Why are you out here just exposing all this Nipsey shit? Like, it's not enough that you've been talking about how the love of his life, maybe Diddy. That was last week. Now this week you want to be like, oh, look, he had a charge at a certain point. I mean, what is this? Why are you beefing with a dead guy?
Hold on, bro. I'm not beefing with nothing.
It seems like you are.
Listen, this was crazy. We're discussing the Diddy trial.
Okay.
We're looking at the landscape of it. I put something on the table. People get mad. Capricorn gets on the stand, and what does she say? Yes, she was at the freak off.
Okay.
Right? So now, okay, well, they ain't get mad when she said it. Don't get mad. I'm just like looking at the landscape.
But you extrapolated on it and said that Nipsey didn't marry her because you assumed that she was getting piped down by Diddy.
That's not what I said. I said, I don't want to hear all this crazy shit. They was together 5 years with a kid. He never married her.
You guys aren't married?
Oh, we gonna be married.
Me and my wife were together for like 7 years before we got married.
It ain't been no 5 years in the motherfucking kid either.
You've been together with R&B for what, 3-4 years?
Three years.
And if you don't get married in the next year, are you going to be accepting of people saying, like, well, maybe she's not marriage material?
Listen. I'm going to definitely marry my woman. Okay. But y'all be talking all this high and mighty shit. I'm just doing the math. R&B ain't going to let it get to 5 years.
Don't you just feel like once somebody's dead, that there's no reason to keep dragging their name through the mud?
What's dragging? The truth can never be considered disrespect. I didn't put the post up. Some other shit put the post up.
But you've been running a campaign to draw attention to these alleged minor allegations, which, by the way,
I'm not running the campaign.
It doesn't appear to me that anybody's made any kind of effort to find out what actually happened, because allegedly these charges were dropped. Do we know?
There's somebody making an effort. Kenny Kingpin.
But what happened? Do we know anything about it?
He haven't ran his content yet. He gonna run it.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to wake up. Here goes the problem with those allegations. That site was able to put it up because nobody has cleared it, right? I'm going to be real. I could have put the time into clearing it, but I put the time into putting attention on it. Now that the attention is on it, everybody going to pay attention to where it get cleared. Kenny Kingpin for Roll the 60s. That's them to do their due diligence to clear it. Now, why you think Kenny
Wait, so somebody that is a NIP affiliate is doing the research to figure out what that was about?
Well, why you think he's doing it?
To exonerate him, ideally, I guess.
And where you think the call came from?
To investigate it? I don't know. Yeah. You, maybe?
Oh, okay.
So you're saying you put people on the job
if these people would have did their motherfucking job.
What people?
Prior to anybody. That site, whoever that site was, wouldn't have been putting it up.
What site was it? I saw it in the Reddit.
Some shit Street Wars. I can pull it up. Some site put it up. I don't know the site. Right? If they would have did their job back then and cleared it, right? I can find it because Street Wars or something.
It just occurs to me that people are so thirsty for new content that they're willing to talk about these things that, it makes sense to expose somebody's criminal shit or allegations when they're actually walking the streets. Like, who gives why does this have to be even a topic of conversation?
West Coast Gang Wars 3.
Okay, very prominent page that craziest captions in the history of Instagram.
West Coast Gang Wars 3, I never heard of them. But here's the thing, right? People talk about you more when you're dead than alive.
Right.
Right. So here's the thing.
He's been dead for 6 years.
Yeah, that's cool. He's been there for 6 years. So what I'm saying is, after Kenny Kingpin does what he's supposed to do, then you won't see no more blog sites putting that up.
Because he's going to put the real story in which...
He's going to put the paperwork up. He's going to put the dismissal up. He'll put it all up. Nobody's done it.
But you went out of your way to draw as much attention as possible to it before it was actually investigated.
It still wouldn't have been investigated. Nobody wouldn't have cleared it up if I wouldn't have said nothing.
So you're saying that you drawing all this attention to it means that you were doing the right thing because it would eventually be debunked. I mean, I'm sure, like, in your words, your team of exposers spend all day pulling paperwork. I mean, they easily, obviously, could have looked into it before you put it out there.
We haven't pulled shit.
But then it would have been a boring narrative. Then it would have been like, oh, here's the thing that
it's not our work.
Okay.
We didn't post that. We don't know that site's not.
But you're saying that you chose to draw a ton of attention to it before you put somebody on the case to try to debunk it, which again, it was dropped. So already debunked, kind of,
It's
right?
not debunked because it's still there to pull up, and all you see is the charges. And those charges are horrible charges, and there's nothing else behind the charges. So what needs to happen is people need to see what went on with the charges.
Okay.
And it's happening.
Okay. So, but you think that ultimately people will not look at this as something that is a blemish on Nip's legacy?
Nah, I don't believe it is.
Okay.
I mean,
the charges sound crazy as fuck.
It's a charge. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. The charges sound crazy. Watch this. The charges sound crazy.
Wasn't it his friend?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay, did you get all the paperwork?
No, I didn't get. I just got the charges. There's 3 charges. I was gonna call you early. Now you on the phone. It's a weird charge on here, bro.
Well, listen, we're not gonna talk about that right now. We talk about that when I call you. So, did you get everything to clear that up?
To clear what the original charge,
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not clear. It is what it is, but I got it told that it
Okay, well, send me what you got. Send me what you got. If you're missing something, I'll have my team dig into it to find what you need.
I got no paperwork. I just got my delivery. I got the same thing y'all got.
All right, well, we need to dig and get the paperwork because you need to add that to it. That way it goes away.
Oh, I can get it, though. Let me get it on me. I got a paralegal doing it. Give me.
All right, I'm going to call you when I'm done with this pod. Now, see, everybody always think I'm up to no good. That nigga from Rolling 60s right there for real. Right? Listen, my voice is a big voice. This is a big situation. And it keep coming up because ain't nobody clearing the shit.
Well, this is the first time it's really come up. I never heard anybody talk about this before.
No, this has been up before. Like, we've been knowing about this shit since 2009, 2010. Okay. Right? You just didn't know about it, but it keeps coming up. So my whole disposition is, okay, it's back up again. Either these cats, I don't know if they even from LA. I don't know this blog. Either they from LA and they know it, and they're riding off of because the Laura London thing popped up, and they like, okay, we're gonna run it. But they only did it because there's nothing there to debunk it. If they would have went and pulled that and it showed the paperwork tied to it showing dismissed, they wouldn't have put it up. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm making sure, Wack's making sure, right, it get handled the Paru. Right? The Paru called over there to the Crenshaw district to somebody that I know that's in YouTube land, right? And said, hey, look, bro, I know I really don't know you like that, but you from 6-0, this would need to happen. We both know what this is and what this ain't. So do this, do this, do this, do that. You see, as soon as I called, he said, I'm almost done. But what'd that tell you?
I just like how you're trying to paint yourself as the good guy, even though you are the one
I
who
just called a dude wide open. Did I not, bro? I just called him wide open.
But there's an alternate path here. You could have not drawn attention to it, had your guys do the paperwork in the background, and then you could have been the one who came to the stage and said, hey, Nip was not some sort of sex
No, then you know what? Guess what? It comes up again and it keeps coming up. This way.
If you debunked it?
I'm not gonna debunk shit. Well, I'm gonna use my voice to put the light on it. Now, if I was on some bullshit, then I would go pull the paperwork and whatever, right? But guess what? It's time for some of them over there to do their due diligence.